Facebook Live, YouTube Live.
Yeah, we're good. Hey everybody, Eric Worre here. How you doing? Saturday morning here in Las Vegas. I don't know what time it is in your neck of the woods, but if you're a six-figure earner or a seven-figure earner, or if you plan on being one soon, this broadcast is for you. It's very important. I got some great information, some exciting stuff to share with you. We're going to take a little bit of time to do this. So whether you're watching live now or you're watching the replay, I want to thank you for taking the time. I think you're going to find it worth your time. And I would ask you to do me a favor. If you know anyone who's a six-figure earner and above, or you expect that they're going to be soon, please tag them in this broadcast. Like, comment, share, do all the stuff, swipe, give me the likes, give me the hearts, give me the comments, all that stuff. The more people see this, the better. It's really important. And for the first time, we are broadcasting this live on Facebook, but also doing it on YouTube live. We have two phones kind of strapped together in this fancy configuration. But I'm excited about today. I'm excited to be able to share some information with you. I'm excited to be able to give you some value. And like I say, if as we go through this, if you have questions, Marina, if you could pull up the live stream and just let me know if there's questions that you can pay attention to, and let me see. Say hi to Marina.
Hey guys.
So yeah, if you have questions, let me know. Like, tag, share, everybody, etc., etc. And this broadcast is for the people who are serious about being a high income earner inside of network marketing. Now, if you follow what we do inside of Network Marketing Pro, you know we came out with the GoPro book in 2013. We came out with the Rise of the Entrepreneur documentary style film about network marketing in 2014. We've been doing GoPro Recruiting Mastery for the last 7 years now. Last year had approaching 20,000 people in attendance with Richard Branson and Tony Robbins in attendance, and it was amazing, people from all over the world. A few years back, we started the most powerful women in network marketing event. That event was, or is, the most powerful event for women conducted by women in the network marketing profession. And 77% of participants in network marketing are women. So that event is growing very, very fast. And I expect we had approximately 5,000 people at our third one, and next year is going to be even bigger. So we do GoPro Recruiting Mastery. We do Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing. But one of the smaller events, but my favorite event of the year, is an event most people don't know about. It's called the Six-Figure Summit. Six-Figure Summit. And here's what this has been. For the past couple years, I've hosted a Six-Figure Summit event for six-figure earners and above only. We had people prove their income in order to be able to attend this event. We would normally do it 2 days, 2.5 days prior to GoPro Recruiting Mastery at the end of the year. And it's really fun because at this event, I can talk about things that I can't really talk to a newbie about because it's too much for them to manage. A new person needs to learn how to manage themselves emotionally. They need to learn some fundamental skills, and they need some basic strategies. And you can use that formula to get to six figures. But beyond six figures, there's a different skill set. There's a different kind of emotional mastery that's required from six-figure earners and above. It's a different skill set to go beyond six figures. There's different skills that you need to develop, specifically in leadership. There's specific strategies that you need to implement that don't always duplicate down on the basic level. I'll give you some examples. They say if it doesn't duplicate, don't do it. That's not true when it comes to leadership, because not everybody's going to be a leader inside of your business. So what what I try to let people know is at the fundamental level, when it comes to duplication, new people, you're going to talk to people, you're going to tell your story, you're going to share your product, you're going to promote for events. Those are the fundamental things that everybody can do. But not everyone is going to travel long distance and build a business in different areas of your country or different areas of the world. That's a lower duplicating but important skill set for a leader. Not everyone is going to be training their organization on a high level. Not everyone is going to be communicating to a large group of people on a high level. Not everyone is going to be focused on the intricacies of duplication of leadership. You know, it's one thing for you to be the leader. It's another thing for you to foster an organization of other leaders within your organization. So there's higher levels of duplication. Of course, these are going to duplicate in addition, but if you don't master the skill of doing this, then there's only so far you're going to go inside of network marketing. So that's what we cover at Six Figure Summit. That's what we cover at this event, and it's been really, really fun to do. So I have bad news and I have good news. The bad news is this. This year, people have been asking me, they've been hounding me, they've been sending me emails, text messages, Facebook messages, when Six Figure Summit, when Six Figure Summit. We want to register. And last year we charged $750 for this event to be able to attend this 2-day event. They've been asking like crazy, we want to get our team there, we want to make sure everybody's there. You know, we didn't have enough people there last time. All of our six-figure earners, we're going to make sure they're there this time. Bad news is we're not going to do this event the 2 days prior to GoPro Recruiting Mastery. But the good news is this. We're going to hold this event online and make it available to all of you who are either six-figure earners and above or plan on expect to be a six-figure earner and above soon. We're not going to go through the confirmation process. We're going to come give you some hurdles to jump through to kind of prove that you're not a tourist. But I will say that this is not for newbies. This is for people who are full-timers, serious about building their network marketing business, and it's high-level skill. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I turned this on because we opened up for the very first time the ability to register for this event. And in a moment, I'm going to show you kind of how I think. I'm a very visual thinker, so I'm going to show you kind of what I have mapped out for this event. But it's going to be approximately 3 hours, probably a little bit more than 3 hours, online in a broadcast event. No replays, no rewind, no fast forward. You got to attend live. You got to watch the whole thing and take notes. Just like the event is going to be, if it was in a hotel room, you have to attend and you have to take the notes to get the value. Same exact thing here. This is not something for you to get to someday. This is something for you to schedule and be taking notes in to be able to get the value from. We're going to do the best we can to take 2 days worth of content and condense it down into the highlights of about 3 hours, probably 3.5, somewhere in that 3 to 3.5 hour range, and really provide as much value as we possibly can. Now, here's what I want to ask a question. Those of you who are watching right now, how many of you would like to attend an online event like this Six Figure Summit online? Just say, I would, or me, or I'm in. Put it in the comments. Give me a click on the like button, and let me know if you have an interest in attending an event like this. And frankly, if you don't, I think there's something wrong with you, personally. And here's why. Here's why it's such a big deal. Where do you go? Where in the world do you go? If you're a six-figure earner or above, where do you go to get best practices from what's working around the world? Where do you go to learn what the $1 million earners, how they think? Where do you go to be able to crack the code on the strategies that's working right now in the fastest growing organizations around the world? Where do you go? You've already learned, if you're a six-figure earner, you've already learned much of what you can learn inside of your ecosystem, right? Where do you go in the world to be able to get better, to tune up, to get fresh, to get solid information, to get little ideas that can turn into big money? Where do you go? There's no place on earth When I was in the field in network marketing, the most frustrating thing for me is finding ways to learn what the top people were doing that was giving them the biggest return on their success. Now, because they don't teach classes on that. Everybody teaches the same fundamental stuff for the newbie. In all your trainings, that's what they teach. So here's how I cracked the code personally back in the day. The way I cracked the code is I did interview. I sat down with all the top earners and I asked enough questions till I found out what they really did. Not just what they said on stage, what they really did. I interviewed back then probably 40 top earners, huge, significant six-figure earners, to be able to put my playbook together that turned into GoPro over the course of these last years. Now, since then, I've interviewed probably 400 different, well, not that many, several hundred different $1 million a year earners to be able to know what's working. That's one thing. That's one area that I've done my homework and I can deliver that to you. Second area is I have a unique perspective. I have a vision of the world that you don't see. I talk to over 200,000 people every single year all around the world. I see all the companies, what's growing and what's failing, what is who is experiencing momentum and who is in decline. And I've also recognized why they're in momentum and why they're in decline, and I can share that information with you. So one, from my personal experience, two, from my interactions with all these different people around the world, and three, I've become kind of the one repository, a safe place for people to be able to learn from, so people are sharing their best practices with me all the time. So I built relationships with all these people and I want to share it with you, okay? So where do you go in the world to learn if you're a high-level earner, or you want to learn what a high-level earner thinks like? There's no place in the world. So this is the one safe place to be able to do something like that, and I'm going to be delivering it to you, and it's the Six Figure Summit online broadcast event. Let me give you a link, and then I'm going to walk through where you can register for this. Then I want to walk through what I have planned for this event and talk to you about it, okay? If you go to networkmarketingpro.com/summit, SUMMIT, networkmarketingpro.com/summit, you'll go to a registration page and you can register for this webinar, okay? And if you'll do me a favor, put the link, http, // networkmarketingpro.com/summit into the comments so other people can see it, okay? You'll be able to register. There's limited space for this. Let me start by giving you the times that this broadcast is going to happen. We have 4 different times that the broadcast is going to happen. The first is Thursday, June 1st. Thursday, June 1st at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thursday, June 1st at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And when you go to the registration page, you're going to be able to see that there's a time zone converter for it, so you can figure out what time that means in wherever you are in the world. That's the first one. Second one is going to be on Friday, June 2nd at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. Friday, June 2nd at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thursday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Sunday, June 4th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I will show you all these again in a moment. You'll be able to see it on the registration page. But the reason why we did it over 4 days is because a lot of the leaders have different things going on, and we don't want them to miss it because they have another event or they have another obligation building their business. 2, you'll see all these different times are different because we want to be able to hit every time zone. Those of you in Australia, those of you in UK or Europe or Asia or wherever you are in the world, we want you to be able to pick a time that works for you. Now, once you pick that time, we'll send you reminders and we'll let you know, but there's no replays for this. So if you miss it, you miss it, okay? You register and you watch during the time, and I'm going to give you some advice on that in just a moment. So let me walk you through what I'm going to do in the Six Figure Summit. So Alex, come with me. This is the basic agenda of what I'm going to be covering. I'm going to have 5 sessions, maybe a little bit more. Session 1 for about 30 minutes. And because it's online and because it's going to be live, you can't pause. I'm going to take a 5-minute bathroom break. Then we're going to do another 30 minutes, and I'll break down what I'm going to do in each one. Another 5-minute break, 30 minutes, 5-minute break, 30 minutes, 5-minute break, 30 minutes. That's about 2 hours and 50 minutes, and I might do more. I've got a couple top earners that I'm talking to about getting them to come on and maybe do an extended interview as far as what's working and the lessons that they've learned as a top level earner. So I might bring in some extra people, or I might just extend this a bit and answer some more questions that you have in relation to building your network marketing business and experience as far as a high level earner. Now, I will tell you this. Here's one thing I would ask that you do right now. As I'm going through this, think about, or as you're watching this, if you're watching on a replay or whatever, think about a question that you would like to have answered during this online 6-figure summit, that you'd like me to address during this online 6-figure summit. Is it how to grow internationally? Is it how to get more customers? Is it how to create more duplication? Is it how to deal with your emotions or relationships? What is it? Is it system problems? Is it skill-based problems? Is it event issues? Whatever it happens to be, any issue that's holding you back as a high-level earner, put the questions into the comment section of either the YouTube Live or the Facebook Live, and I'm going to review those and I'll condense those down and I'll put that into what I plan on delivering, okay? So back to this. As I showed you, here's the broadcast times. Thursday, June 1st. 10 a.m. Central, Friday, June 2nd, 4 a.m. Central, Saturday, June 3rd, 6 p.m. Central, Sunday, June 4th, 2 p.m. Central Time. Those are the 4 times. Now, let me walk you through the agenda. Here's my plan right now, and this, I think on paper, I don't know about you, but this is my plan at the moment. So, as we open up, I'm going to go through the agenda, ground rules, tell everybody to turn off all their distractions and all their Facebook and everything else while they're watching this. Take notes because there's no replay. I'm going to talk about network marketing as far as the opportunities that I see around the world and the challenges that are happening around the world when it comes to our brand, regulatory issues, global acceptance, leadership. There's the one quick message. There's such an opportunity for a leader to step up and be the Elon Musk of network marketing. I'm talking about you. Being the radical leader, such an opportunity. Yes, we have challenges. Yes, we overstate and we make some claims we shouldn't make, but the leadership aspect of what we have available to us is phenomenal. The big message for this first session is to play bigger, faster. Changing our thinking. How do we think about the big picture of what's available to us? There's a place for Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, or you. How to reprogram your mind to be able to open up to the vision that's possible. And to take that vision and expand it to your teams. So we're going to be talking about those issues in the first half hour. Second session, this is going to be, I'm going to get online with half a dozen, maybe 6 to 8 of the top fastest growing leaders in the fastest growing organizations in the world. And I'm going to ask them, what are they doing specifically that's leading them to so much success and growth? And so this is all about best practices. This second half an hour is what's the one idea that you can use that's going to explode your business? What's the one tactic that you can use that'll double your retention? What's the one thing that you can do that'll skyrocket recruiting? So we're going to learn from the best. I'm going to interview the fastest growing leaders on recruiting, customer acquisition, duplication, events, systems, etc. So we're going to talk about that in session 2. Okay, in session 3, we're going to talk about duplication strategies, how to get radical duplication going on as far as basics, people recruiting, as far as rank advancement, as far as leadership, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How do you get more people duplicating? Second is retention strategies. How do we get people effectively onboarded and in our business and staying in and active? How do we keep them in survival mode long enough until they get it? Okay, so we're going to talk about retention strategies, and we're going to talk about relationships strategies. I got to tell you one thing about network marketing leaders that would probably surprise you, because I coach a lot of them. I work with a lot of them around the world. Relationships are maybe their biggest challenge. And it sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? It's like, how could relationships be the biggest challenge for a leader? They're in the relationship business. Well, relationships start with your team, and there's a science of being a leader in relationship with the team. You could become too familiar with your team, and then they lose respect for you. So there's a science of how close do you allow yourself to get to your team and still be emotionally connected? Can you be buddy-buddy? Or do you have to walk away from buddy-buddy a little bit, the best friend syndrome, when you step into a different level of leadership? Something for you to think about. Relationships with Crossline, with Upline, relationships with the company. It's very important that you develop strong relationships with the company as a high-level earner. And a big one is relationships with family. I can't tell you, we have people come to our home and sit around that couch right over here. And we just did last month or so, we had, 15, 20 people. They were all six-figure earners that came here for 3 days. They spent, what did they spend, $10,000? $15,000 for 3 days of coaching. And guess what most of the coaching ended up being? Relationships. And it created a breakthrough for them, because some of them, there might be, you might want your spouse to be able to build with you and they're not ready to. Or the spouse might want to build with you, but you might want to have them just stay home. Or one is more dominant than the other. Different skill sets, how do you manage that? Expectations. So not only significant others, but with your kids and everything else. How do you balance and keep urgency, but balance your relationships so you don't lose what you have, the most important relationships in your life? How do you do that as a high-level earner and still keep the pedal to the metal? So we're going to be talking about that. I spent 3 days talking about it, and a lot of tears and a lot of emotion, but leaders have emotional challenges and emotional issues too. There's guilt, and there's doubt, and there's fear, and there's frustration, and we're going to talk about that from a leadership perspective. Okay. Session number 4, how to become a world-class influencer. That's the most valuable thing in network marketing, is an influencer. Leaders, the word leader is almost generic. It's the little kid in kindergarten that stands in the front of the line and walks everybody to lunch. They're the leader for the day. You sign up one person on your team, they call you, their upline leader. You're not a leader. I'm talking about influencers, people who change things, people who solve problems, people who are independent, people who create action when there wasn't action, an influencer, right? So I'm most excited about session 4, because I'm going to show you a game plan and a specific strategy that we put together inside of Network Marketing Pro to help you become an influencer faster than you ever thought possible, a high-level influencer, and for you to be able to duplicate that. Okay, let me talk to you about session 5. The exponential duplication of leaders and influencers. How do you not only become an influencer yourself, that's what we're going to talk about session 4, how do you duplicate that? How do you get it moving? How do you get it jamming? How do you get more people becoming influencers on your team? And let me tell you, I'll give you a statistic. The average $1 million a year earner has approximately 20 influencers in their entire group. When I asked this question at Six Figure Summit, and we had all the $1 million earners in the room, and there's a lot of them, stand up and tell us how many influencers, when I gave them the definition of an influencer, how many did they have on their team? The average was approximately 20. 20 for $1 million a year. Can you, if I gave you through this online Six Figure Summit a formula for cultivating and duplicating influencers on your team, how valuable would that be? Well, that's what we're going to do, and I'm excited about it. And last, we're going to end with a game plan for the next 12 months, a specific game plan. We're going to break out the calendars, we're going to map it out, we're going to go through all the strategies that we talked about, and we're going to use it to help you create a game plan for the next 12 months so you're unstoppable. So you go through the summer just crushing it, so you kill it on every level. okay? And then, like I put up here, we'll probably have some more. Whether it's Q&A, whether it's bringing in another expert, bringing in a celebrity, we're gonna do something probably. My instincts tell me we're probably gonna do something like that. So, if you're not excited about this, then you need to not click on the link and do not go there and do not register. If you are excited about this, if you're a six-figure earner and above, here's what we've done. It's not free, and I do that for a reason, because I don't want tire kickers and I don't want tourists, I don't want newbies, and I don't want somebody who wants to hold on to their last penny. I want somebody who's hungry, okay? We charged $750 for the Six-Figure Summit last year. The 2-day event, $750. Plus you have to fly to Vegas. Plus you have to stay in the hotel. Plus. So here's what we did. We made it as affordable as we can and still make it serious. It's $97, $97, and you can register for this event and you can watch it. You don't get to watch it on limited replay. You don't get to watch it as many times as you want. You get to watch it once. You get to take notes from watching it. If I was you, I'd maybe pull out my recorder on my phone and record it audio so I could listen to it over and over. But it's only going to broadcast that one of these 4 times. Here, I'll show you again. One of these 4 times. You can pick. When you go in to register, you can pick one of these 4 times. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, June 1st through the 4th, depending on what time works for you. So, all right, so you have some comments, babe? The first comment, people are asking if they're not a six-figure earner yet, can they attend? The answer is yes. I would ask that you consider yourself a serious person. If you're a person that plans on becoming a six-figure earner in the near future, then fine, you can attend. We're not gonna hold you out from attending. Any other questions? That's it? It's the only question?
I have a lot of questions.
Well, give me another one.
Asking about duplication and everything. You're gonna cover that on the webinar.
Okay, any questions? Anybody right now, if you have questions about this that you'd like to ask it now, okay? And I'll answer a few more questions. And for the rest of you, if you've seen enough, I would ask again, please do me a favor. If you know a six-figure earner or above, please tag them in this post so they see this. It's important. We only got, 10 days or something until this event happens. So like, comment, tag, especially tag those 6- and 7-figure earners so they can see this. Make sure you put your topics for the event in here in the comments.
People are asking, can they register for more than one area?
Can you register for more than one time?
Yeah.
I don't think the system allows that. I don't think so. But the guys at the office can maybe answer that better than I could. Any other questions? None?
How many seats available?
How many seats are available? I don't know exactly how many seats are available, but I do know that my team has said there is limited capacity. So I don't know what that means as far as technology, as far as how many people can be on simultaneously. So there might be load issues or something. So my encouragement to you, first in is going to get first spot. You're going to have first priority. I would encourage you to register as quickly as possible. Any other questions? Nothing?
Okay, there are a lot of questions.
A lot of
Not
questions,
related
but
to
not
this.
related to this. All right. Listen, I'm excited about this. My favorite event of the year. We're now going to be able to do it online. We're going to condense this thing. We're going to kick ass. If you're a serious leader, you got to be on it. If you're, question?
Question is like, does it cover more than the emails that they receive on the newsletter?
Does it cover more than the emails you receive on the newsletter? Yes. Here, when on the newsletter stuff that you get, just so you know, that's built for everyone in network marketing. It's built for the lowest common denominator, so the most people can get value. This is high level, nosebleed, sensitive leadership stuff. This is stuff that I only talk about at the Six Figure Summit. I don't talk about on stage. I don't talk about any place else in the world. I do it once a year, and it's the sensitive stuff. So if you want to get behind the curtain for leadership inside of network marketing, this is the event.
How long is the training?
How long is the training? It's going to be about 3 hours or so. Maybe a little bit longer, but we're going to cover the majority of it in 3 hours. And I would highly encourage when you get on, and you register and you get on, and I'll tell you again when we start the event, is to turn off all your other tabs on your browser, turn off, because you're gonna get attracted to that stuff. Turn off all that stuff, turn off your email, turn off your phone, and just focus for that period of time. Treat it like you're sitting in an event in a hotel room, and take the notes, and make sure you get as much as you can out of the event. Any other questions?
When does the registration close?
When does the registration close? We'll take registration while we have capacity. I suppose they'll see if one of the times is sold out on the page, but I would encourage them to do it now. It'll stay open until the event starts on June 1st, but again, I'm not sure exactly what the load issues are, so I'd encourage everybody to do it as quick as they can.
There are people asking about translation.
Translation. We won't be able to have this in outside of English, unfortunately, for this one. In the future, we want to. What I would suggest that you do, those of you who are bilingual or have people on your team that would like to hear this, every one of you, or everybody knows someone who's bilingual in their language and in English. Everybody knows somebody. Find that person on your team, have them come to your house, and have them translate live while you're at the event. Let them watch it for free, just to do the translation for you. Everybody can get access to this with the translation if they get a friend. Now find somebody in your downline that's bilingual. Have them come and sit in with you. You turn it on your computer, your laptop, your tablet, whatever. Have them translate for you or translate for a whole group. Now, if you have a group of six-figure earners or people who plan on being, you want to bring some people over to your house and watch this event together as a team, you're welcome to do that. Share in the expense if you'd like. So I hope that answers that question. Any others? All right, I think that's it. I hope you got value from this. My first YouTube live. I hope you got to see it. Some of you who are subscribed to what it is that we do. And for the Facebook Live community, just know that I love you. Together we're doing important work. Network marketing isn't perfect, but if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, it's better. Together, we're taking it to another level. Okay? So I can't wait to see you at the Six Figure Summit online. Do me a favor, like, comment, tag, and especially share this. When we finish, just do me a favor, click the share button and let people see that this is available, because we only have a limited amount of time before June 1st is going to be on us just like that. Okay? So help me spread the word, and I love you all very much. See ya.